Cheers. Hi guys, how are you doing? My name is Ingeborg, the channel's name is A Stitch Too Far, and I talk about my stitching. It's, oh gosh, December 23rd, I think, Sunday morning, and it's time for an update. I'm planning on doing a separate overview of the year video, but I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. So this video is just about what I've been doing in the past few weeks, and basically that's it, I think. As per usual, I have not prepared a lot in advance, so just gonna wing it. I've had two finishes, and I have some works in progress. So I'm just going to start with the finishes because they're easier to reach. Kathleen at Kathleen's Trodden Trail got me this a while back, and I've had it as my travel project for a while. And it's been in my bag because I needed to do the beading, and I wasn't gonna do the beading in the train for obvious reasons, I think. So I finished the beading part, and then I fully finished it, and this is the end result, which I love. I absolutely love it. It's very blingy, and I love the detail in the butterfly. And I finished it as a magnet as suggested in the instructions. So yeah, I really love this. Oh. Thank you again, Kathleen. And it's gone up on my board. And then I started something from my blue box of kitted up projects, because I needed a new start and I really wasn't gonna do any more Christmas stuff. Kind of overdosed on that. So I picked out this one, Victoria Sampler. It's called the Green Earth Sampler. It's, I think it's a series of 4, but since green is my favorite color and I'm an earth scientist, this was the obvious choice for me. This is a design that is not cross-stitch, it's all kinds of needle work stitching. So as you may notice, there's some hardanger bits here, so that's cut work. There's some drawn thread here and here, so that's not, well, there's actually some cutting involved, but it's mainly binding together of threads. And then there's the Bargello or Bargello, I still don't know how to call it, stitch, and mainly the rest is back stitching or surface. There's some white work stitches as well. It was so much fun to stitch. I'm gonna hold it back here. What she does is the page is lined with numbered bands, and per numbered band there's detailed instructions on how you actually have to work the stitching. I would say that if this is your first time doing any drawn thread or hardanger, I would suggest looking up some tutorials beforehand, because I find that it does require a bit of knowledge about how hardanger works and how the cutting actually works. If you're looking for video tutorials, I definitely recommend Stitching with a Smile. I talked about her before. I followed her hardanger tutorials, and I think it was last year that she did hardanger stitch along. And I find that she does a really good explanation of the basics of hardanger, and that would help, I think, with starting this kind of thing. I worked this on, I think it's a 28 count white even weave. They recommend a 28 count. They recommend all kinds of threads for it. Some were not were named differently. One of them is now a Threadworks thread, so that's what I figured out. But there's one bead in there that I couldn't get my hands on anymore, so I just substituted that. And the original design is for all kinds of greens with gold accents, and I changed it to silver accents because I'm more of a silver person than a gold person. But yeah, I really enjoyed working on this, and it took me about a week from start to finish, working on it most of the nights. This bit was the most time consuming because it's a lot of stitches going into this bit. The rest was pretty fast. I usually could do 1 or 2 bands a night. So yeah, here's what I ended up with. Make sure I'm putting it out the right way. So this is my green earth version. The colors might show up a little bit different because of the difference in colors from the hand-dyed fibers. But yeah, I love this. I'm really pleased with it. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I mean, thought it would be a bit more wider. But yeah, really happy with this. As you can see, the cut work and the drawn thread. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this in a similar way as I finished another drawn thread piece, so I'm making it into sort of a flat. I'm gonna put it on a flat piece of course flat, a piece of cardstock, and I'm thinking about putting some colored paper on the cardstock to make the drawn thread piece parts and the hardhanger parts stand out better. And then I'm just going to add a backing, like a flat fold without the fold bit, and then hang it. I'll show you when I finish it how, because that probably didn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, those were my 2 finishes. Then I picked up some other things to work on from my works in progress. And as I said, my Christmas stitching bug was definitely gone. So I picked up again The Praise of the Needle by Arlene Cohen, works by ABC. I will link her shop below and her website that she recently started. Go check her out, she does wonderful stuff. I used threads from my not so local needlework shop and fabric by xJudesigns. And I'm basically working on the letters at the moment, and I'm really pleased with how it's going. So as you can see, all the top bands are now fully finished, and the first 4 parts of the saying or the poem are finished. I love how this is looking, and I'm planning to add in the lines that Arlene left out and that she kindly supplied us with the extra lines in a separate document. Those were about silkworms that she didn't really appreciate, and I really do like it, so I'm going to add those in. But yeah, I am basically halfway down the design now. 8 more rows of words, and then a few more of the design bands. So basically I'm actually right in the middle, but because I'm adding 2 more lines, it's going to be 6 more lines, and then this bit. So yeah, really pleased with this. Then I had another stitching day with a friend, and I brought something that would be manageable to start. And this is also from my blue box that I showed in the previous video. Michael Powell. I picked this up at the fair this year. I think so, not sure. Oh my god, time flies, guys. Anyway, Yeah, so this is a key fob and a scissors fob, and it comes as a kit, so everything's inside, and I have been working on it, but I have not made a lot of progress. It's tiny stitching, but I do love it. So there's a lot of hanging threads here. There's some, interestingly enough, this is on a canvas. I don't know if you can tell that this is kind of a mesh. Oh yeah, and that reminds me that people commented on a previous video about canvas where I suggested it was plastic. And I was kindly corrected that it is actually threads, but it's made stiff with, I think, some kind of starch or something, don't know, but it is actually thread. So this is also, it's a lot more stiff than fabric, but it is of natural fibers. So not to be confused with the plastic canvas that you can get, that's a lot thicker and mainly used to make construction things with stitching on them. I think I'm gonna make this wrong again, but okay. But yeah, I started with one of the scissor fobs. That's front and back, and they are both fully stitched. So this is the outline that I'm working on. And I started on some of the filling in. It is with 2 threads, full cross, but it's an 18 count canvas, I think. So yeah, over 1, full cross. And I don't know, this might be my next travel project or something, not sure, because I can see it pretty well without extra glasses or lights. So, but it is a lot of instructions and threads to carry around, so I'm not sure. Might try and find another Mill Hill kit somewhere in my stash. I think I have one more. Anyway, rambling. And then I picked up, this week I picked up a garden party by Mirabilia. I've been working on that on and off throughout the year. This is the design. I'm stitching this on a Pixodus Plus fabric. I think it's Gothic, not sure, but it's linen and it's pretty dark, as you can see, and I've definitely made a lot of progress. Basically all of this and some of this, and I'm working on this part now. But yeah, if you compare it to the picture, so as you might tell, I'm starting in on the pink part of this dress, so I'm definitely halfway on both sides, because the halfway point is somewhere here. So I'm working on the top 2 pages now. And I must say I'm not, I forgot that this was a very pink, and it's not, I'm not in that kind of a pink. I don't really like pink, but yeah, I'm struggling through that. So that's why I kind of switched back to the blue for a bit. This is a lot of block stitching though. So, and I'm debating at the moment what I'm going to do with the skin, since I don't have a lot of Mirabilias that I really want to stitch. I think I'm going to do the over 1 method for the skin, because I do like the look of that and I do want to try that. But I'm going to do it as a 10 stitch with 2 threads over 1, I think. I'm going to have to look into Kelly Evergreen Stitches tutorial or video that she did about over 1 stitching. I think other people have some too, so I'm going to have to look that up and see, get some inspiration from that. But yeah, chugging along on that, I do enjoy it. At the moment I do like a bit of mindless stitching in big blocks, because yesterday was my first day of my holiday break, and I really needed just to sit and stitch and do nothing. I'm also coming down with a bit of a cold, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, that I'm kind of needing I don't have enough energy. But yeah, let's just go with it. I'm not planning to do a lot during the Christmas break. I'm planning to see some friends and some family, and before you know it, it'll be New Year's. So speaking of Christmas, I want to thank everybody who sent me Christmas wishes in one way or another. I have a few cards that I have received and I love them all. Thank you very much. I have sent out some cards as well, but I usually, well, this time I definitely was too late. So they're more New Year's cards. But yeah, thank you, Diana. And thank you, Cindy. Look at all her wonderful finishes. And thank you, Lisa. Right? Yeah. I love this. Gorgeous. And thank you, Tina. And thank you, the Bee Sisters. Actually, I'm calling the garden party Bee Sisters at the moment because it just reminds me of them with those silly dresses on. If you have Instagram or maybe even Facebook, I'm not sure, you might have seen their Christmas extravaganza, Stitchy Christmas 2018. And check that hashtag if you want to see more pictures. And then I got a surprise from Dawn. Thank you very much. I love the card. But she also sent me some chocolates, which I've been dying to get into ever since I got them. Now I can finally open them. And I was, at the beginning of December, I have a calendar in my kitchen. And that's actually a calendar that Dawn gave me last year, with beautiful hand-drawn pictures of her hometown. And I was turning the page on at start of December and realizing, okay, that's the last part of the calendar. So I was a bit sad about that. And somehow Dawn felt that or sensed that. So she sent me a new calendar. I love this. I love mountains. Look at those. We need to go to Switzerland, everyone. So I am so looking forward to the 1st of January because I can put up my new calendar. Thank you so much, Dawn. That was a really nice surprise. That's everything that I have to share. I have not looked at the comments of my last video yet. I'm sorry, it's just been so hectic the last few weeks of the year is always busy, and the last few months of the year is busy. I'm sure you have the same experience. So my plans, as I said, for Christmas are just try and do as little as possible. I'm gonna see, because this is quite a short video, I think, yeah. So I'm gonna see if I find some time to, maybe before the new year, put up some more videos, because I still have footage from the time that I made that star ornament. I'm still trying to get that together into a video and do a year in review video with all my finishes and starts and progress this year. So yeah, that might be just, I'm gonna go with how I feel. So this weekend's all about relaxing and just chilling out, and maybe going for a walk and have a bath and just do nothing. And then Monday I still have to do some things for my work that I need to round off, and some things in relation to the retreat, and then just visits start. And yeah, anyway, rambling. Dutch fact, I think someone asked me about how we greet or something like that, I don't know. Christmas is still a national holiday here, so there's different ways that you can wish someone Merry Christmas. Like, I know Merry Christmas is more American, I think, and Happy Christmas is more English, not sure. But we have a similar thing that we can say vrolijk kerstfeest, which is kind of a Merry Christmas, Merry, happy. Yeah, vrolijk is happy. Or we can say zalig kerstfeest. That's more common for religious people. That's more a blessed Christmas. And then more interesting, I think, because I'm not sure if there's any place else that does this too, but we don't have New Year's Eve, we have Old Year's Eve. So we refer to New Year as old and new. So we say oud and nieuw, which is old and new, so old year and new year, because the evening is the last evening in the old year and the morning is the start of the new year. When we ask someone what you're doing for New Year's, we say, what are you doing for old and new? So that's an interesting, I don't know if there are any other places that refer to the old as well as the new. I would love to know that. So if you see this and you want to talk about it, please leave a comment. So we say Old Year's Evening, and Old Year's Evening is traditionally when there will be on television, there will be one of our more famous sort of cabaret stand-up comedian person who will do a show about the year, sort of year in review with humor. There'll be other things on TV too, but I don't watch TV, so I don't know really. And then as per normal, I guess, at 12 we do fireworks and champagne and celebrate and wish each other a happy new year. Fireworks are actually, you're not allowed to sell or buy fireworks until I think 3 or 5 days before the start of New Year, because they are illegal other times of the year, unless you are like you have special permit to light fireworks for special occasion. So for example, when we have in our city, we have a yearly Walk of the World, which is a 4-day walking festival, I guess, I don't know. People come and walk for 30 or 40 or 50 kilometers every day for 4 days, and that's like a big event. It attracts a lot of people to the city, so there's always an official start with fireworks, and they need a special permit for that. But now I'm again rambling. So fireworks, we don't get a lot of random fireworks throughout the year. We just get them close to New Year's, because then finally everybody can buy some, and then all the kids go out on the streets and set off all the things that have loud booms and scare all the pets in the neighborhood. But I think the children in my neighborhood are growing up or moving out, because I have not had that much problem with that in recent years. So, good thing. Anyway, anything else I wanted to add? No, that was my random Dutch fact. So we celebrate old and new, and we wish each other Happy New Year at the start of the new year, not any time before that usually. So I'm going to wrap it up. I am going to wish everybody a good few weeks, and I know this is a hard time for some people who are dealing with loss or other issues, and I just want to know, as usual, that I'm thinking of you and sending you good thoughts, and this too shall pass, and there's a new year coming with new hope and new opportunities, hopefully. Yeah, have a good one, everybody, and be safe. Bye, guys.